I know a city full of people like you and I, a shiny town called Dancing Lights. And if the newsman makes your heart skip a beat, you're welcome here. Come over and help yourself. When every fool is a self-help salesman, making too much sense.
Welcome back to another episode of PPJ.
A. Do you say A or A?
A.
Okay.
We almost missed the other A, but anyway, that's Primah.
Formula.
Joel.
Excuse me.
Alan.
And Alan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm great.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We didn't expect to. Are you sure?
For now.
We didn't expect to see you today.
Yes, for our fans, mostly my fans.
And there are many.
Quite plenty.
We've created a monster.
There are
We've
many.
created a
I was
monster.
scheduled for surgery today. My kidneys didn't have to pay for this one.
Okay.
So I was supposed to have a surgery on my knee.
I know we were like, when I get your kidney.
You're supposed to have a knee surgery, but for the show, we're going with that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the show, for this episode, I decided to push it to next week.
Because you care about the fans.
Because I care about the fans and the show. And the A. The fact that the A, if the A wasn't there, honestly.
Have you seen what you've created?
Completely, as in the A. Welcome to A. Alan, because Alan, he's like, because of
Government
the show, we're
sponsorship.
like,
We're now APPG.
APPJ. Because clearly, Bambi, but Alan, it's nice to have you. I was a bit worried that Alan wasn't. Weren't you? Why you? Weren't you worried
Of course not.
that he wasn't coming?
Why would I be worried about that?
Alan is in charge of everything. When Joel is in charge, I was so worried.
Why?
Alan Bambi, he can.
That we've been, and
is
you're
one who
looking
takes
to
care.
people.
I know.
Is that what?
He takes care of drinks.
Okay.
He takes care of.
I should be worried because I cannot take care of my own drink.
Go on. No,
go
he
on.
takes care. No, he takes care of.
This is the breakup
you.
episode, everyone.
Yeah.
But we are here to shoot people.
I love it for me, but I am also the one who suffers with hyper independence. Like I do my own thing.
Yeah, so you're like,
that's
as
not
in-
a loss in my books. But when it's here, I'm happy that it's done.
Message from the avoidance. We're here.
Sorry.
Never sure.
The avoidance, we've told you, she's spoken.
Joel,
Let's move.
why anyway, Joel loves Alan.
I actually, when I
course,
entered,
of course.
I saw Alan. I was like, hey,
Yeah,
you're here.
yeah.
You know, let me know for full completion of information. We were going to have the show without Anna. And we were now deliberating on dates. And our nice man here, Joel, empathetic and nice with everybody said, but now guys, let's wait for Joel to recover.
I've
For
never
Alan.
texted like that.
For Alan, sorry,
Yeah.
to recover. We'll let him come back. I'm okay doing, but let's see what everybody else says.
Yeah.
Correct. What did you say? You didn't really say anything. This one said that I feel
No,
like
I
we gave
gave
them a
both
double
options.
episode.
Okay.
She said that since
Forever
we gave
the
them
fence straddler.
a back-to-back episode,
They'll be
I know
okay.
PPJ will shut you down.
Yeah.
And you now it's okay. That
Yeah.
can run until Alan
Yeah.
comes back.
Yeah.
Me, I'm the one who
Yeah.
said I'm sorry.
Bane Pumla is those
It's about-
witnesses
We are
where you coach her. Then when she
Shoot.
yeah, with or without.
End of discussion.
Yeah.
Never true.
How do you feel that we're talking about you when you're in the room? How does it feel to be the subject
Alan, I
of
love you
discussion?
so much, and I love you so much. But
I know.
the show goes on.
I know.
The only issue is we had this conversation before. You're just
Yeah.
bringing it about. It's like,
Yeah, you just
uh,
bring it back. We finish.
the wounds
Because I
we're
was
trying
late.
to heal, and now.
No, when it comes to
We are not going to
Pumla,
bring
no,
it
this
down.
is PPJ, but with Pumla it can be PABT, POCT, like it could be any.
It can be J.
But I think
As
also
in-
being the opposite.
And
of
we
her,
move.
I would actually feel better if I was away and the episode happened than it not happening because I'm away. So if
Okay, I
you
get
yeah,
it.
like if you said we're canceling because you're not around, I would
That's
feel
what
worse.
nice,
You would now
No, you would
remove
not
the surgery.
allow us the opportunity to feel worse. You would be here.
Yeah.
I know that.
No, if I
for a
couldn't
fact.
help it, like let me
Yeah.
say if I was
Give
in
me an
hospital
example,
today.
because right now you're limping.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying if I was in hospital today, I would feel bad that
Okay.
Anna, you've skipped the day because of
Because,
me.
yeah.
But like if I know it's happening, I'll be like, yeah, cool.
Meanwhile, never true.
So we're opposite.
But let's not.
I will not
discuss.
come.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't do Fridays. I don't
I don't do Fridays, I don't do public holidays,
almost-
I don't do the second Sunday after I've had sex. I do
I
what other rules you have?
I almost.
I have dance class.
Hey, I'm dance class. I can't come for your thing. Oh my gosh.
I almost
But then you see her on
proposed
multiple podcasts, you're like,
independently.
no, she's...
You see, I was about to propose independence because I was like, public holidays.
Someone even called me for an engagement.
On independence?
Financial literacy.
You're like, you're sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm a civil servant.
So your public holidays are important. Yeah.
Work. They were like, yeah? I was like, yes, I'm not coming.
No, but as a civil servant, your normal days, you work moderately.
Yeah, but that's my work. So you know like how people
She's going
work.
to get end of year performance evaluation. Let's
But she
take it.
delivers.
Let's not casually. What
No. My God.
I know you're saying like generally as civil servants we work moderately compared to
private sector. Yeah.
To people in the car bank.
Yeah, but that's when we see them we think that they are being bulldozed.
Yeah.
We're like, what's that?
Anyway, Nabacho, how are you?
Great. But actually for me, I've come here today not even to discuss how I am or how Alan is or Joel or Primah. I want to tell people who find me on the street, between the last episode we had and this episode, exactly 3 people have called me Prim.
Prim?
Oh, yeah.
Prim. Not Primah.
Not Primah, but
Yeah.
Prim.
But I know
You
they think you are
Prim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are
You're
2
reminding
examples there.
Yeah.
One,
Prim is very
and
good
let me
at
tell you
financials.
very, very excitedly. Hi, Prim! So already in my head, I'm like, first of all, I'm not Primah.
Kindly
I'm
not.
Pumla.
Kindly not.
Second of all, she's not Prim. She's Primah.
Please.
And then they're like, unsubscribe.
Excuse me. Unsubscribe.
You've talked to them. They're like, you're not polite.
No. I say it in a joking way. I don't say it very seriously. I'm just like, first of all. Then they're so embarrassed. In my head, I'm like, hey, Choka Primah, why have you stolen my shine?
Dear, can I steal your shine? People ask me.
Excuse me.
How is that show of Pumla where you are? I'm like, that show of Pumla where I am, we are. Okay, so Kwegamba, let us just...
I mean, sometimes they're like, how does it feel to be part of Primah's world? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Remember, we met the guy who worked on her house. And I was like, do you know Joe? I was like, no. I was like, oh, he's friends with Pumla.
Oh, the other guy. The guy was
That's
on the
not what
side.
I'm receiving. I've been called Prim thrice. Thrice
okay.
in a
I think you're
month.
filtering
It's okay.
out those
Thrice in a month. Filtering what?
You might be filtering out the people who are
No.
like,
No.
Then
You're
you
like,
only remember the few
kindly.
I
times they
have
call you
been
Prim.
called Prim thrice in a
I
month.
not even Primah.
Not Primah,
Yes, I
but
even
of course they know
call me Primah without the H. Like when people write
without the
Primah without
Primah
the
without
H, I'm
A.
Do you know you're the only
You
Primah,
guys,
know?
Prim is nyonyozi.
yes, Prim is Nyonyozi, this is Primah.
And I'm Pumla.
Pumula.
Anything.
That's
but
my
I-
best.
The-
Bambi, you know
the
when you
real
talked about that,
unpopular
I
opinion.
remembered a person. I've really failed to find. I've been looking for the message in my DMs, but someone sent me a message a long time ago. But you know those ones, if they are not your friend, and then you have to get a request or something to read their message.
yeah.
So I just found it recently, but I think it was after the sex episode. And the person was like, I just wanted to tell you guys it was such an amazing episode. My husband and I, of 15 years, had really not been having a good time in the bedroom. And after that episode, you ignited a conversation that has really allowed us to have a better time in the bedroom. I was like, yay!
That's nice.
Tell the Ninkini, tell who are the
Ninkini?
guys? Who are the...
Who are
Pop
the
the berry.
the
guys that
of the lube.
of the lube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it
People are
was
still
the
always
lube.
in my inbox asking me about
I
the
also
lube.
have a message like that.
Yeah.
Someone bought some lube and then they said it took them a while for them to explore their sexuality and their body and all of those things because of their religious upbringing. So they really resonated with the way you spoke about how you pursued your pleasure.
We are happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more women that are having orgasms, the better for this world. I swear to you.
Can that be?
The other day, someone
What
was
of them?
yesterday. Someone was telling
Because
you
men
guys.
are coming anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oliver, too much.
Even in this couch, they
Too
can
much.
come. Just give them this
Yeah.
hole here.
You guys never.
That is the end of the
I want us to have
Yeah, the
an
vice president of the
episode.
United States. Did
And
you
have
watch
an
my couch?
episode
They said, yeah.
that we've not talked about.
It can never
Who brought
happen.
it?
Who brought it
But
up?
I brought it.
Who brought it
I
up?
brought. I
you
brought.
you come to Kokoyami, excite me, then you leave me, you abandon me, and then you blame
No,
me.
because you see, no. Pumla, if you had just said, no, the more orgasms women are having, really the better for the world, then you're like, because men are coming, even in this hall here, they can
Coming. Oh, it's arriving. Baby,
I
it's
know.
arriving.
I govern myself.
I know, govern yourself.
Yeah.
Govern yourself.
Yeah.
But I think yesterday someone was telling me about our appeal that they give women. And they're like, if you've been having 2 orgasms, you now get 5. I said, you people, what is in that pill? I'm like, what is in that pill? They're like, why you pop it? And I was like, I don't want to pop
Yeah, we are
anything.
fine,
Munyambe. We are fine.
We find
You know-
popping twice.
I know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
5.
Now you're looking at the bed.
No. This thing.
Why are you looking here?
No.
Gotcha.
I'm not looking there.
No, so you even harass your colleague. Like even just like you think.
What is
I think I'm going to move to the side. I don't know what to do.
The whole episode, you know, you guys, you know, before
My
we
aunt watches
start.
this show.
Oh wait, we have to do a game. Do you want a singing game? Do you want singing or do you want spelling?
Spelling, please.
Pumla,
Whatever you
you choose singing or spelling? You have to vote.
spelling.
Spelling. Alan?
You don't want to sing alone.
So you want to spell?
We sing it. We sing it.
I think singing is
Fun.
better
Sing.
because
Okay, singing.
Sing like the world, but let's
it's a
sing.
bit more entertaining. I guess.
Yeah,
But
let's
I have a
sing.
cough, guys, so you'll be
Let's
fine. No,
sing,
singing
let's
is
sing.
easy. It's a very easy game, very common game, but I give you a word, you find a song, and you sing that line of the song, right?
Okay.
So, for example, Joel, I've given you love. The most
You
common-
forge a song.
No,
An
you
actual
ask
song
an
that
actual song that
exists.
has the word
Let's
love.
spell.
Love, Joel.
Do you know I can't think of any song with the word love right
You're
now?
Now
so
you're on the
fake.
spot.
Pumla, love.
My love done cost that thing. Even if you were broke.
Please, so you sing love.
It's like an episode of Reminisce.
Alan as a churchman. Victory.
Victory belongs to Jesus.
Hey!
Victory belongs to Him.
I think he has a nice voice.
Oh.
Hey!
Come on, Musumba.
Oh, I can feel the spirit.
Joel, I'm back.
You will give you a word also.
Give me. But you guys, I have cough. But
la,
you
la,
give
la,
me.
la.
Berry.
A la 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 long, a la 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 long, a la 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 long.
Hey,
Give a song, not a word.
No, it's a word.
He wanted, the word was a la 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 long. But what do
Yes,
they
that's
be,
a word.
what do they be saying?
That's what
Sing
they be
things
singing.
you
I
don't
wanna
know, you'll
make
be
you
summoning
sweat.
shit here for us.
Eh,
Give Joel another word.
I give you another word. Yeah?
Joel.
Red.
Red, red wine.
Yeah, your edge is showing.
I know.
Of course. That's it.
We only know.
You only know
I
that
don't know those
part.
lines.
Okay,
yeah.
let me give
We do
Pumla
the
another word.
copyright on this thing.
Jesus.
Jesus, that feels so good. You know that song?
Jesus.
Jesus, lover of my soul.
I want a song from
Jesus,
Pumla.
I will never let you go. Hey,
You've
taken me
from the miry clay.
set my feet upon the
The
rock.
kids are killing us. Let me give you a word.
Gastronomy.
Money.
I knew. I knew that was the song.
Okay. Give me.
Give me.
Berry.
Who said Berry?
Is there a song with Berry?
No, my guys, use is normal.
Berry?
There's no such song.
Use.
I don't know. Give me another one.
Economy.
Berry, you give me Berry.
From the
The darker the berry, the
song?
sweeter the juice. Is that an actual song? Sing we hear.
Is it?
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Oh,
Hey.
yes,
What
yes,
else?
yes.
What follows after that? The other one.
You want it Swahili after that.
I tell you, you're Ugandans who don't speak Swahili.
Easy. Joel, you have one more. So, guys, give Joel a word and we start. He won't find
There
a
are no
song.
songs. You, how are you though? Did you say how you were?
How am I?
How was your
I'm
week?
I'm fine. Anything interesting happen? I feel like I had an update that I have probably forgotten.
Nearly
You'll
caused
share
me.
mid.
Nearly
Yeah.
caused me.
When
I'll
you
share.
remember, whatever points.
Yeah, I please
Yeah.
share. Yeah, but just to say, guys, I enjoyed Pumla's episode on money, the one she did with Chibuka. She wants to kill me, but I enjoyed it so much and I want to make her so uncomfortable. Please, in the comments, we'll make her uncomfortable. It was so
Guys,
good.
what is it called? What is it? What's the name of the podcast? The guy.
Ugandan
the
talk.
Ugandan boy talk show.
Please
Yeah.
go and check it out.
Yeah.
Please go and check it out. She speaks with authority.
Yeah.
She's such a
And
such
what I
a,
like because you
a
talk
good
about
communicator.
I'm going to vibe you whether you want it or not.
First
because
of all, by the time this thing airs, it will have the news side.
No, we'll bring it back up. We'll be bringing the views. Yeah. Then they can also bring us on.
no, I like because Bambi, you
We also people. We also get.
That's why you're promoting.
Yeah, we're also here.
so when there people come.
Even us, we're here.
They can invite you.
Bambi, it was
Okay,
the Pumla.
thanks,
You make
thanks,
easy
guys.
things. You make hard things seem easy. Which is more
Sentence could have gone elsewhere.
This boy is over like
Could have
anyway,
made easy things
So
hard.
guys,
What do you
today
mean?
I want us to talk about something that's big.
No, I'm not. Didn't ask.
But are you okay?
Joel, are you
I'm
fine?
fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I am. I was a bit distressed
Earlier.
Bye.
by this story of Dubai.
Oh.
Because I know somebody who,
Was part of the...
well, their maid left to go and work that side. So she's trying to reach her and she can't reach her. She's lost her passport, the lady is no longer communicating. So when they contacted some people that they know, they're like, no, that one most likely is in the mix. Because once you get there, you're now, just hope you're going to get someone who's quite kind to you. And then I don't know if I think they've banned travel because of the negative press.
Starting 2026.
I like Dubai.
I know. No, me, I've been to Dubai once and I went to the ghetto Dubai.
Oh Lord.
I went. No, do you know why? I went with those travel group things, and so like I went in a group. First of all, when I arrived at the hotel, I was like, God, this is not the one that I was thinking. It was, first of all, it was 2 minutes from the airport. All those are business. Once the hotel is 2 minutes from those are business hotels, right? I was so unhappy with my trip. I tell you, those of you paid everything. It was such an unhappy. I really wanted a nice Dubai but
the Dubais are different.
The Dubais are different.
That one up near the airport, I know. I've been in it for transit, a layover, and long layover, and then they took us.
So it was Deira life, and you're just like,
I was looking for the word Deira, like, oh Lord.
So I
but it's unfortunate, actually, whatever is going on, especially because they are, so I think this is now throwing out the baby with the bathwater. Because there's a legitimate part of employment in Dubai. That's
people go for all kinds of reasons.
A form of employment to Ugandans in a country where we've not been able to give them employment opportunities. So I think there's a legitimate, and not just that, a lot of business. There's a lot of people who depend
business people go there to do purchases, to do trade,
to trading. Car parts, the now car parts they tell you come from Dubai.
And that's going to. I hadn't even thought about
people in finance now work over there.
And people go there
all the time.
It's not like people are just ordering. They're transporters. It's going to
but I don't know why I feel like it's going to. I feel like it's for a period. I don't think it will be more than like 6 months. I hope.
I mean, like everything.
Even the other time they told us you must have $5,000 on your account when they started talking about this. Before we knew it, even people without money were back in the thing. So it's going to die. Anyway, but it's unfortunate.
It's for people without money.
Anyway, guys, speaking of the news, today I want us to. Today's topic was inspired by something that's been in the news, and that is this whole Serena Williams. I had this conversation with a friend of mine recently about how Serena Williams has been in the news. She's lost a lot of weight after having her children, and so everyone was worried. Guys were like, "Bananga, she's sick." There were even who writing saying, "What's the name of the Wakanda guy who died?"
Chadwick Williams. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, I remember. Now guys were like, "Guys, let's start praying for Serena." Because
Chadwick people were making fun of him
when he had lost weight. So guys were now also
unwell.
worried that something might be wrong with Serena, and she had been quiet for a minute, right? Because she's really become active on social media, and so now she was showing herself after, I can't fit into this skirt, and then after a few weeks she can now fit in it, and then now she's really tiny, and then so now everyone is like, is she sick, is she not? And then she finally came out and she said she had been on GLP-1 medication, which is weight loss medication. And now for her, she even took it to another level. She started advertising for them, like she's taking pictures. She's a proper sponsor. She's taking pictures with the injection. She's come out and she's done interviews about how, for her, she tried her entire life to lose weight, even when she was playing tennis and at a whole other level. She was always looking to get to a certain weight, but she was not able to get to that weight, right? And of course, it also comes in the wake of this whole everyone is on Ozempic. I think even in Kenya, it's been in the news. They actually came out and they wrote a circular to the population. They say that please
take it easy.
Consult your doctors on the use of Ozempic because it's an actual drug, and I think there's even for different purpose. And I think there are clinics and medical establishments that have been closed down because they were issuing Ozempic and all GLP-1 medication without proper prescription and all of that. So it's a real thing. And in Kenya, everyone, a lot of people, a lot of influencers especially, on GLP-1 medication. So of course they've been interviewing them. They've also been now even Serena.
It's the same as injections.
It's injections. All of it is.
Ozempic is injection.
So there's Ozempic, there's Mounjaro, there's lots of.
It was a pill.
No, it's injections. It's injections. It's like the same way. It's actually, anyway, I'll tell you my thingy with Ozempic after I saw that. Anyway, I used to fear. I used to be like, oh my God. injections for IVF. I'm like, guys are taking injections for Ozempic. To lose weight. Kasi, why would you be
Now
taking
for real,
now
you
for
know?
a real?
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you? But people have been losing weight like crazy. Guys that have tried to lose weight for a long time.
Teacher me, I have questions. So like, how many do you take? Do you like? I don't know much
It's
about it. I just
different
want to
for Ozempic and all of that. It's
Yeah.
prescriptive, so I think there are different meals, right? So what it does is that, at least what I know, and people can, but it reduces it takes out the food
Appetite.
noise, so it just reduces your appetite. So the higher the prescription, the lower your appetite. So like when you're just starting out, you're like on 0.75, then you go to like 0.5, then you go, so you can be like on 0.75 for like 3 months. Then you go, then another 3 months, like that, until you reach your goal weight. But they tell you have to work out, you have to So in light of all of that, today I would like us to talk about things that give you an easy way out. Because guys are saying that Ozempic is the easy way out, as opposed to people that have been, you guys may have lost 20 kilos before.
Yeah.
I know what it means to lose weight. Like,
Yeah.
it's not an injection, like it's proper exercise, not eating, not what
We
you
saw
understand.
you.
I know. So guys, we're
Yeah.
talking. So I would like us today to discuss what is the easy way out, right? First of all, your thoughts on this whole Ozempic thing. Do you think it's actually the easy way out? Do you think it's is it even something to be having a conversation about? I'll ask a few more questions about Serena and her as a person, but I'd like us to say, to just discuss what do you think? What do you guys think
About that specific.
about that? About this particular generally. For
I
especially,
think it's the smart way out.
Ooh, tell us more.
Yeah. When we speak about things that others cannot afford, we isolate them.
Okay.
And when people feel isolated, it hurts their ego, they become defensive. They try to validate their way more than yours, to make their way seem like it is the right way,
Yeah.
so that they can nullify yours.
Yeah.
And that comes back to, and I don't know if that happens away, I know that mostly in Africa, because we always glorify struggle
Yeah.
in whatever we do. Like, I speak to people about, let's go back to financial literacy.
Yeah.
I tell people, when somebody comes and they see you with an empire, people are always quick to say, but that one is their father's money. Without putting in the fact that maybe there are people who have had that same opportunity and those same resources and not done the same thing.
Yeah.
Not built the same empire. So for me, it's just, I think it's a limiting belief to think, so my head is just that it's results. Results, sustainability, and health.
The end justifies the means.
The end justifies the means.
Yeah.
You do what you want to
Yeah.
do. I think everybody's path is valid.
Yeah.
Use whatever resources you have to get there.
Yeah.
And if your way is the easier way, I don't know about easy now, like I don't know, like it's not like for me particularly,
Yeah.
when I used to do those injections for IVF, I'm just like, is that the easy way compared to somebody
Yeah.
who's decided to stay 20 years without a child?
Is it really the easy way?
Is
Is
it
it
really
really
the
the
easy
easy
way
way?
compared
to
to what?
inject yourself
Yeah.
every day in the tummy?
Yeah.
Is it really easy?
Yeah.
And then be praying still, like,
Yeah.
and still something's not happening.
Yeah.
So yes, I know that there are those that are the easy way out, for sure. Let's not even pray about
Yeah.
this. Whatever those GLP medications are, they're definitely the easy
Oh,
way
you feel
out.
like GLP is easy way
I'm
out?
sure it is easier than
Yeah.
having to study your body, especially somebody who has admitted
Yeah.
to have tried the hard
A
way.
world-class
and it failed.
athlete, moreover.
Which is the same for GLP, because a lot of them say that they've tried. A lot of them say that have been obese for
Most
years.
of the
have
people,
tried,
I don't know anybody who wakes up in the morning without having tried.
Just goes
Yeah.
immediately
And just
to
goes and says, yeah, that is the way.
Yeah.
Let me pick it.
Yeah.
I honestly just think it's results based. There are no awards for struggle. And if you can afford it, I always find
Say
that the
that
easier
bit
way
again,
out is
there are no
usually
awards
more
for
expensive. And that is why everybody else, you'll find that there's a certain income class of people that does not disqualify or nullify the easy way out. It is an income class below because they don't have access to that.
That's interesting. So, Pamela, you
That's
think
what I
that?
think.
Wow, you think that? Oh, you think it's an income question?
I know it is for a fact. I've seen it.
I know many people that-
because people don't like to, like, I need to qualify all my statements with, I am privileged. So people are just saying that that's easy. People don't know that the richest man, Bill Gates, started on his father's money.
Yeah.
But they'll still call it. But they don't know the business acumen he had, the smarts he had, the things he had to mix in to add on to the easy
Yeah.
way out.
Yeah.
Because now for me, again, I said sustainability.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a time when you stop. And the weight all piles back.
Yeah.
So have you done the inner work? If you've not, you've achieved your results, but are those your results? Because there's got to be a question of sustainability. So if your result was, I want the thing today, now, I want to be 50 kilograms, 60 kilograms today, you've achieved, but is it sustainable? Are you going to take those things for the rest of your life? You must have done some inner work.
That's...
I know.
So your answer is...
Those GLPs, it's the easy way out. There are certain things where we can debate, but for me, that one...
That one, there's nothing to
I don't think there is a debate.
There's nothing to talk about.
I think we struggle with meritocracy. No, like we want...
I know that well.
Sing a song titled Meritocracy.
Meritocracy. Merit. Okay. Because when I was reading the question that you asked, even in school, like when you say we glorify struggle, even in Chitante, the struggle continues. Like there's some...
That was the motto, eh?
Yeah, like the struggle, we struggle for the future, the struggle for independence.
If we go to many of these schools, we'll find there's a lot of
yeah, so I think there's this cultural thing that you have to...
knowledge to virtue.
Wow!
Yeah.
Hey!
I tell you guys didn't struggle.
Gayaza was never give up. Some kind of struggle. As in, keep struggling.
I tell you, sometimes give up.
Sometimes give up.
Yeah, sometimes give up.
What's Gachali?
So much dance, so much more to do.
What's in Ameliango?
Still at the wedding.
I wonder then.
Don't
ask this man. In Altam.
Maybe one day he'll come and be like, Primah, leave me alone.
As she was speaking, I remember hearing there's this idea that there's slave and master morality. And that slaves look at their masters and then say, okay, because the master is rich and powerful and say is gluttonous or wants to take things, you say, no, that is evil. And then I say, because I am meek, I will say meekness is a virtue. So there's this idea of like, if because you cannot be aggressive enough to get something, you then turn what you have into, okay, my virtue is that I don't have hatred, I don't have envy, I don't do those things. But if you look deep down inside, there's a resentment of the person who is achieving. Because if you truly didn't believe it, you wouldn't mind that someone is taking that path. So when I look at it in terms of, your question was taking shortcuts. I think if there are some things where, say we're competing for something, you and I are competing and want to have equal, like an equal right to get there, maybe a race. I can say, yes, you're cheating because those were not the rules for us to achieve what we're supposed to achieve. But I'm not in a race with you to be healthy. If you want to be healthy and you've taken that, why should it matter to me? So I think there's this weird thing in which we want to police everyone around us, and in some way it quiets our own insufficiencies, I would say. And I think many people struggle with weight. And because they're the ones having to go through that, it's almost like in school when people say, I was beaten as a child, but you were not beaten. There's this weird envy I've also seen with parents where they go, but you didn't suffer like we suffered. Like, is the point suffering or the point is to get the thing? So there are some things which I feel like suffering is almost like you have to earn the thing. And I'm not of that school of thought. I don't think many things we get we don't deserve. We don't earn. You just maybe work to make sure you preserve them. Because you didn't pick to have the brains that you have, but you're utilizing them. Now should someone now be like, you should have suffered and you should have gone and done something that you were not good at for you to get great? Maybe you took the easy way out by pursuing the thing that you wanted. No, why? So I think it's a part of what she's saying, and also it's a way for us to, like when you're watching reality TV, in a sense, sometimes you look and say, those guys are trash, because in a way you feel like, okay, I can look down on them. In a certain way, when you look at celebrities doing certain things, they become, it's easy for you to pull that person down. Because Serena Williams is a world-class athlete. By the time she's putting things in her body,
imagine.
By the time she's worked, I don't think anyone has worked as hard as she has.
I also used to question Serena Williams. I always wondered,
why
how
is
she's so big and yet she's so an athlete? Like I always, like of course, again in my head, I imagine that if you're
there's
an
this
athlete,
ideal
there's
look.
an ideal, like Venus, her sister, is what I thought an athlete should look like. But she always seemed to have some extra weight. She was just big and instead of losing but it all was muscle. So she was just really bulky, you know. And I always wondered, I feel like she should be a certain, and I didn't realize that she also wanted to be that. So now I have to go back and look at pictures. I haven't seen her recently.
No, she's really, really lost. I have a particular issue with
Can you put up for us a picture on the thing?
Before and after.
Yeah, I have I think I have a bit of an issue that I'm resolving in my head with a Serena story.
Okay, go on.
But also it might be because of how I feel. I'm still trying to fully form my opinion about the easy way out, because I think that it has a place where it stops. You know, like I always say, because I feel that she represents something for the black person. She represents a certain, especially as an athlete. You stand for discipline. You're a role model to young women. You are showing that, this is proper black excellence, right? Okay. So for me, I seem to agree with the part of the class that is saying, I think that it's okay for you to personally go and do your GLP medication, do with your body whatever you want. But I feel that as a role model, I have an issue with her advertising. But that's just me. I have an issue with her advertising because I feel like she's encouraging young people to. There's
a reason they're using her to talk about it.
She has some kind of responsibility.
What is the okay? That's the question. What's the responsibility a public figure has to impressionable young minds, because they are adults and young people who are both looking at her. So are you saying that because they are young children,
not children, but like teenagers, young adults,
I'm saying like maybe impressionable
as an
people.
adult, Mokwano, please make your own mind up. But if you're talking about 22, 23, 24-year-olds, that I feel that you have a responsibility. Unfortunately, it is, and like it's unfortunate because
heavy is the head, yes, the crown.
Wonderful.
And you can't filter. You can't say these are the only ones who are going to.
And let's not pretend as well, because we live in a landscape now where those same people are actually the ones who have. So she comes on her own merit, but now there's this other part. The reason why they're using her as an influencer is because
the people who are going to follow.
The followers have built her.
Yes. So because they built you owe them a certain responsibility.
I can see that double edged. So I know, like, do you sacrifice yourself?
Because you know, like that Charles Barkley thing where they were asking him, like, why are you fighting? Why are you beating people up?
But you do. Heavy is the head. You have reminded us.
Yeah, I can see that. That's
the
viewpoint.
That wears the crown.
Thank you very much. You know some people.
You're like, as in, what are you saying? I might say, heavy is the head. Then.
So do you think you're a role model?
No.
There are thousands of people who watch this show.
To some people.
Of course you are.
To some people.
No, even if there are like 10 people, that's enough.
Yeah.
So when you're making your decisions publicly,
do
you think I better not do this because it might?
There are certain things. There are certain things that I will not do in public.
In public, right?
Because heavy is the head, but there are certain things that.
Do you know people who pause?
No. But there are certain things. A few. There are not that many because I don't think I'm. But there are some things I will not do because I feel that I have a responsibility.
Same for you.
100%. This one, the financial educator.
Because I want to hear her. Because part of it is people are like, I like how you live unabashed.
Me, to be honest, I just don't care.
No, but Pumla, and there are things
I
you
know
can't
that
say.
I'm not the average.
Yeah.
No. The only time I don't say things is because I'm employed and there's a brand that I need to. That's the only reason. It's the hand that feeds me.
Yeah.
No. It's the hand that feeds me.
Yeah.
That's really the reason why I censor myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Life for God put me in this, made sure that I have that anchor in my life. Because
you would be free.
I would be running loose.
This is her moored. This is her moored. This is her anchored.
I would be loose. I don't know where I haven't no brakes, nowhere to stop, and yet I think everybody needs some kind of.
You need some kind of.
By the way, I disagree with that thing, because everything you say on all those talk shows and I don't know what they host you is sense. Like, it's not there are people who talk. No. She doesn't. I don't think. But you only say that you're wild, or there are some opinions that you'll say where guys are like. But meanwhile, all those things are what the whole world is thinking, but they're fearing to say. But I don't think that you live recklessly, or so that's the thing. Like,
that come with age also. Like, you can't discount age and maturity that comes with age. I lived really recklessly in my 20s, like when I was much younger. I just didn't have a platform. If they given me a platform,
you would be something
at 26.
You would be something else.
You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, when you're in your struggle.
Yeah, but when it comes to that part of, I feel like I owe people a responsibility. I must admit, I think there's a guard sometimes, but as long as it's not, I look at it like in this way, that for who, and I think this is how I also like to explain relationships and marriage, like between the two of us, if I say it, does it take away from you or does it add to me?
How does it affect others?
How does it affect who more?
Yeah.
So me, if I'm like, I want to do it for me, I want the fulfillment of it, I'm not caring. If I see that, you know what, I don't really care about it, but I feel like if I say it, it might
will
be a
take
problem
away.
to
Yeah.
somebody else,
Yeah.
then I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I'm selfish. I come first. It has to be, if it's something that's core to me and I want to do it, I'm not caring about anybody else. I'm sorry.
And I was saying, I think that's the reason largely people
I just don't
will
care.
follow you.
I just
So
don't care.
it depends on your brand.
So if I
for
wanted
her-
that money of the Ozempic
Yeah.
more than I cared about my
Your brand.
my
Yeah,
influence
yeah.
on impressionable teenagers, I would take it.
Okay.
But if I cared more about how it's going
Exactly.
to impact the impressionable
But so
people,
you as
I
Formula,
would.
what would you care about more? The money
that's
or
what
the,
you see. That's
you
what
don't
I'm telling
know.
you.
You're like the opportunity is not
Sometimes
there.
We met.
It's an abstract
It's,
thing.
it's too abstract
Yeah.
for me. It's too far
Yeah.
removed. I'm not Serena
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
So I cannot speak at that level of
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. I
Bring
Never
something
slap
closer
my
to
friend
me.
for $1 million. You
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
the money
You
there.
put
I
the
don't
money there.
know.
Oh, yeah. If someone tells you, can you slap me for $1 million? I don't know $1 million. That opportunity is not there. It's too abstract.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are things when you ask me questions, if it's too far removed from me,
I can't
don't
answer.
know. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Like recently, someone was. I
I'm
think
poor.
we were
That's
talking-
why I say I choose to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that access to money.
Yeah.
Wait, that thing with
But
that.
if
Remember
I
when
had it,
Tiger
I
Woods,
don't know.
when Tiger Woods was caught on that cheating scandal?
Yeah, when
and it was
was-
like, oh, he's Tiger Woods. I was like, he's been sleeping with all these women.
You say Tiger Woods, I was in
Tiger
I was like in
Woods,
Tagali.
Tiger Woods.
As you can see where my mind is.
Those
But
ends,
he
he
was-
stays, he
also
stays
the
in
one-
Bulindo.
Yeah.
But the thing they were saying is that
He stays in Bulindo.
yeah, Woods. No, it doesn't. Come on, please. By the, do you know we can lie to you so easily? Tiger Woods stays here in Bulindo. No. We have gone very far. We've gone very far now. So when he was cheating, and I remember Bill Burr was making this joke that, you know, even a cashier wants to sleep with all those people. It's just that
They don't have the
women don't
opportunity.
care about groceries like that. Like he has the opportunity, so he was, you know, exercising it. So the thing they were saying to him was, Tiger, you're such a role model for all of us. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you comporting yourself? And then he said, to what level is my life now comporting yourself to us? But they were saying, you've been selling yourself as a certain image. So I get your point in terms of Serena. On the converse, I don't think we really have like a moral right to stop her from saying what she's saying.
Really
like she's trying to, like
Yeah.
the thing is now everyone's just trying to make their own money. She's trying to do it. She's been open about it and said, I'm taking this thing, and she's spoken about the struggle from the story that you shared.
Yeah.
I think the discipline has to be on the people who take care of their kids to be like, hey, that's a role model. This is a person who's doing things, like the choices they're making are not yours, because it's hard to have an adult live their life based on the weakest link of some child somewhere who's an abstract person may do something. I get the point, but you then make them cartoonish so that when we discover things about them, like Michael Jordan was always seen as he's perfect, he kisses his mom on the cheek and calls his daughter every day and all those things, and then they found out he's a compulsive gambler, he's like a very tough teammate, and it was like, oh, the aura has disappeared, but he was the same person, like he's a full rounded human being. And right now, what's what? That one went too far. Don't become a Bill Cosby. But my question to you is that, what exactly would you have expected? Like, she shouldn't be advertising it as a product, even though she does it personally.
Yes. Because
would
I
have been the
think,
difference.
for me, that would have been the difference.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I get that, to be fair.
You can do what you want with your body, but I think that once you carry a certain, I don't know, it's like you say, they built
get
you,
your
so you
point,
owe them.
but I don't support it.
You're commercializing it, you're making it a
think-
commodity.
Yeah. No, but guys,
Just
on that whole Ozempic is fine, the easy way out generally, whatever. My other major issue is because I feel that there's someone you become. Alan, what do you think, first of all?
Specifically, Ozempic.
Easy way out.
Easy way out.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a bit about like Serena's
Yeah.
Drake's abs.
because sometimes it's
He took Ozempic.
if I'm trying to I was thinking about Serena and Kim Kardashian, right? There's Serena is like I've struggled like with the weight. I've tried all this. Even when I was active, now I'm not active. I'm
For you,
retired.
that's the difference.
So I really
yeah.
I needed this, and it has worked for me. So maybe if I show you the right way to do it, and you actually need it, use this brand, use these things like that. Versus Kim, who was a beautiful woman
Yeah.
before, but still felt that she didn't
Or had to
look
do
how
the
she wanted to look.
surgeries.
Okay.
So then how she went to like change how she looks and things like that, change her body. I feel like that one, I mean, it's not black and white, but this one you really see it's like really not necessary.
Yeah.
Versus this side, it's because you're retired and you also have to make money. And if the brand
Yeah, actually, I
presents
was about to
itself,
ask. Serena is retired, isn't she?
yeah, she's retired.
Taking her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to make. You see, like all people are coming back to podcasts and they're doing
I think
because
Yeah.
everyone at the end of
I
the
mean,
day.
even Michelle.
I think her child will be on. I think $300 million is the
By your
know,
standards,
I know, yeah.
yes, but by her standards,
And-
where there is the same money coming in. That
Isn't she married to that guy
Yeah.
who owns what? Reddit is a billionaire.
Oh, he's a bit
But they still need
Yeah.
if Michelle is doing the podcast.
Yeah, so for you, Alan, your
but for me,
problem
it's.
is-
I think my answer would be different
Okay.
10 years ago and now.
What
Because I was raised on the grind of
Struggle.
push. Remember my
Suffering.
first
We valorize it.
computer class
Suffering. Eh?
is where the word shortcut was like really introduced to me.
All that.
And like, because I was learning shortcuts as doing what, and my teacher told me, which is still engraved in my mind, is like, you know the bad thing about shortcuts? I was like, what? It's like, you will come tomorrow and it's not there. So if you're used to Control C and now you're using Command, Alt, G, so even my team, they know me. I think until yesterday, I started allowing some
The team
AI
is
tools
laughing.
The team is laughing
into the
in the
system,
background.
right? Because I was always about like the grind, like
Yeah,
do the hard way out. CapCut came out, I told my team, no one is using CapCut here.
Yeah.
Man, and everyone on TikTok has now
Learn
going to
that.
Like
throw us
learn
now.
the basics, because if you learn Premiere Pro and it's the hardest, it's what when you go to any other software,
It will be easy.
It will be easy for you because you already have like the basics. But if you skip the basics and you jump into so like 10 years ago, I was for the grind, right? But sometimes also like easy doesn't mean lazy, right? Easy sometimes may mean smart.
It does not mean lazy.
May mean smart. So when I got busier,
It
Clock it.
doesn't mean lazy.
when I got
I've never
busier,
understood that thing that people are doing these days.
it's like
Because you're
clapping, but you don't
millennial.
have time.
Yeah, you don't
Keep up, man.
Don't
Don't
the energy.
expose yourself.
I even had the
You're
6'7".
also
What's
exposing
6'7"?
us.
What's 6'7"? 5, 6,
Don't ask
6,
questions
7.
that are going to
That one,
expose
okay,
us. We don't.
Even that one we don't. So we don't. I'll edit it out.
You heard the songs we were singing. Red wine. What? Come on, please. You know where we are.
7, help us.
I don't.
What is
6'7".
baby? What is 6'7"?
Even then they don't. Oh.
I had a
Yeah.
young.
So
Podcast
when I,
for the
when,
bachelors.
when I got busier, got more clients, like had to find out duplicating myself, then I had to really find easy way out of doing something.
Yeah.
Which means not like the shortcut's not per se, but let me say if I would be at a shoot, a documentary, I'll shoot while editing. Like I'll shoot while in my mind I'm editing. I know I don't need this. When I go back home, it's just a simple do, and like that's done.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mastered the way of doing things easily and not taking a lot of like digital trash, which you're not going to use, making the editing process longer. So with time, it's easy, yes, but it's just smarter, just working smarter. So I believe if there's an easy way out of doing something, you do it.
Yeah, there's this
So for
study
you,
on.
it's two, as in
It's
the
two, yeah.
together.
Yeah, it's,
I don't think it's either or. That's what you're saying.
yeah, it's not
Okay.
either or. Like I am for the easy way out, as long as like what you say.
What
you
is
don't
the
have to-
goal? Are you trying to get to the
because
thing?
We started with the contrast of Serena and Kim. So like the easy way out must be necessary because it's like one, it was necessary, the other one it's not so necessary. Then even this one, you're like, I just started allowing yesterday, but I still believe that you should know the basics
I think
of
he's
the...
conflicted
He's
by
living in the
He
contradiction.
is-
his 10 years ago,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
he said it
Yes,
clearly.
yes.
Because
Yeah.
it doesn't just go away.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
stays written, but now you're just allowing your mind to open, but it doesn't mean that it goes away completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The belief in
You still put like that's why I said like easy should not mean lazy. Like, because you can just get a bunch of things and throw them in AI and it does them, and you go and say it did
I was
this.
going to say
Yeah.
the AI
Versus,
example is the biggest.
There could be a
Yeah,
smarter
like,
way of me doing something, like while I'm in
Yeah.
my prep,
Yeah.
put more effort in my prep and in the way I'm doing it,
Yeah.
so it makes my work easier this side. So
Yeah.
I've not like taken away the fact that I've handed over the work to a machine to do it, but yeah, it's easy, smarter way, easy.
Yeah. No, but now, for example, let's talk AI. Do you feel? Do you feel that? How do you feel about? I had issues using it. Even now.
students,
still.
how are you?
Initially.
Yeah, I think
I also
generally I'm a
struggled
struggle
initially.
person. I also feel that I don't know. How do you guys feel about how it's used as? Of course, it's one of the biggest examples of easy way out, right? But how do you feel about the product, the work product that you get at the end of the use of AI? How do you feel about the process? How do you know, as an easy way out
There are
for
many
you
things to
in the
think
work
about.
that you do?
I was talking to Davi actually, because he left lecturing. He's a friend of ours who used to lecture in Louisiana State University.
Yeah.
And he said that just before he left, ChatGPT had become a big thing for people to start doing their homework with. Then the lecturers had to start now using an AI plagiarism finder to look through the stuff.
Yeah.
And in that instance, I think what we've done is, if you've turned school into, the important thing is for you to get the results, not for you to learn. That's the thing you take away from it. So for a student, if you're supposed to learn the thing, you're actually defeating the purpose. You're trying to pass the exam, but the purpose of the exam is to examine what you know. And like for us now at work, we can't hire devs without them coming in person, because people can, you know, put it through an LLM, send you the code, it looks quite nice, everything seems to be working. Developers. So now they'll come and say, do the work on the whiteboard.
Or they have to come physically.
I was so disturbed.
You have to come physically and then do the work on the whiteboard. Like, show us your reasoning, because you can like build it, will work, then they'll say, how is it working? How are you going to fix the things underneath? So you've not really understood it. And there was an article that was shared with us on, I think, doctors who've been using ChatGPT. And like after a year of using it, because the things you know, they don't just reside in your brain. It's stuff that you keep doing. Like if you're always on Excel, you will be very good at Excel. Stay away from it from for a year. You will remember that I think I used to know how to do it, but you can't. So that like there was such diminished capability, and the human brain always, like you said, always looks for the shortest route to preserve the use of energy. So like our phones, remember how many phone numbers you used to remember? Now you don't even, like, why should I keep that in my brain? It's kept here. So like it's now an extension of you having a tool.
I remember my mom's first number, I don't know her number now. Because at that time, because now I don't need to. I know the first one. The one which I crammed when.
So like your mind.
My parents' numbers.
Do you know
any emergency number?
Should we do a test? How many numbers do you know? How many?
My emergency numbers. I know my friends' numbers.
Wow,
Like
because they used to be my emergency.
Is it more than 10?
So that top, no.
I don't think
also,
you
know.
I know my brothers. Okay. Because he's my next of kin, my emergency spot. 100%. 100%. Yeah. I know my sons, of course. I know my friends' numbers, whose numbers they stayed with from university. Yeah. Anyone who changed after them.
So
but
like
luckily,
6.
Those are my close. Let's say 6, 7.
Like 6,
Max.
7. Yeah, Joel, how many do you know?
3.
Yeah.
I don't know my parents' numbers.
I know my mom's old number, my dad's old number. They've both since
changed. But do they still, or they've changed them?
My dad still has one, but I don't know my mom's new number. And I know my husband's number, of course.
But you see this exercise, someone who's 20 would say, why would you need to know? Like, it's not even a thing that you'd even have to think of.
3 numbers.
They'd even skip the video.
Like
why is this a conversation?
Clock,
my son only knows my
number. Nephew can't read that
But
clock.
that's because he has no choice. Because there's their
At
times
school, he has no phone, and he has to know who
he
to
doesn't know
call.
his dad's number. But he knows my number.
But it makes sense.
He just, he knows he needs to contact me.
Yeah. At any one time in life.
Reason. I remember those days when they would tell us, one day you're not going to have a calculator, don't use a calculator. Has that time come?
It has. We have
Even, let me tell you, even these things of what Alan is saying, I understand, but I can understand it from a millennial point of view and above. Millennial.
But if you've grown up with the tools always being available.
When you've grown up with these tools available, my son doesn't understand.
Why would I?
I mean, you're telling me not to use CapCut because I must know Power Pro, because what if something happens? In his mind, nothing can happen. And he's right. It is us who just have that feeling that what if something.
No, but Joe was onto something.
Also, to be fair, I was talking to these professionals who that's the job they do, not random people. The rest of the world, please use
and not casual users.
But if you're coming for a job, that's Digimon.
No, but Joe was onto something, Pumla. Because his point was, it leads to some kind of degeneration, right?
Like your mind will you use these devices to be like your memory. So like, for instance, people's birthdays, you might have remembered them at a certain point. Now, I know for sure it's going to remind me. And the HR person was telling us at some point that we assume everybody has a smartphone. But then she was saying, like, you realize that if someone is trying to get a job and they don't have a smartphone, they have to find like a desktop computer, a laptop to access it. But because the whole world now uses that, in a certain way, you're all forced to think that you will always have these things on hand. Now remember when they like switched off the internet for like a week or 2, like you don't realize how much you've been using the thing, and then you go, okay, now I'm no longer being able to be rich. It's coming.
Time ever.
Yeah. So now, would you say we are lazy? Like, because from my dad's perspective, he's like, you can't not use that. Like, he still can use a map to find his way around. I said, a map, you go, this means that there's topography here, there's a swamp here, I can't read that. We're just like, we shall use send me a pin.
Yeah.
Even with directions, I try to remember directions to people's places, but
Please, thanks, no.
my brain already knows. But there's a thing here that can help you. Why don't you use the thing? So I think in the same way, the point is, if it starts to go, like in school, that's why I use the school example.
Yeah.
If a child is using that only to pass exams, you can pass exams, but the point is for you to learn.
Yeah.
So I guess sometimes the struggle is the point.
Yeah.
So unless the
Struggle
struggle
is
is the point, I don't buy the struggle.
No, for me, I think that there must always be, today I was talking to someone and I was telling them how,
What is their name? Tell us.
how education is for application. Right?
Clock it.
Yeah. I was telling them, because we were having that conversation of, should I do a master's in the thing that I studied and all that. And I was like, you're not doing the thing that you studied, but are you applying it? But he was applying, like what he studied, he's applying, but he just feels like, why aren't I practicing this particular, like let's say I use economics in whatever I do, but I'm not necessarily doing an economic-centered job. And it sitted heavy on his heart that why aren't I doing this particular thing? So I was only telling him, I was like,
So strange.
yeah. No, for example, like I'm not doing typical law.
Yeah.
Law is just a stepping stone, like it just aids what I do, right? Okay. But there are people who would be doing that job that I do, and I know people who are
didn't come through the legal profession.
Yeah, no. I know lawyers that do what I do that are disturbed, that are looking to go back into the legal world, into like a law firm, because they're feeling like I must. And so for me, my attitude, I was just saying that my attitude is that law only aided me. It's just for application, like I'm using it to apply in whatever I'm doing, right? In this. So in the same way, I feel that AI and all these other things, they are here to help us. They are to aid. You understand? To support. They are aids. I don't think that, I feel that once they become the primary thing, right? Once they become, and that's why even like people who use, let's say, Ozempic, all these other things, if you use it whilst also doing the inner work, like you said, Primah, then it will be an aid. You say, I'm going to use this thing to kickstart me for the next 6 months as a tool, but then the actual work is the thing that I'm going to do. So for me, that's how I apply it. So same thing with ChatGPT and all this AI stuff. I can see now, because you've used it so much, you can see a document that's all ChatGPT.
Of course.
It's like a robot.
Yeah.
You're
I guess you can
you're
tell.
like, this is too good to be. It's too good, but it's also not coherent. You're like, I need a human. I need you to think. I need to feel the touch of Primah in this document, but I'm feeling the touch of Bill Gates and his brothers and sisters. Like the document is just, I'm like, give me that human, and I think that is what makes work, and what differentiates Primah from Joel.
Yeah.
So for me, that's my attitude. Yeah, that uniqueness, and I want to see it. So that's it's an aid, but not.
I feel like tools are how we change, because every time we're describing the epochs of man, they go
The what?
the epochs.
Joel, Ogenda
I
Tutama.
had the equinox. Wow. The equinox.
I tell you it's September, so we're across epochs, like a different age, like someone who lived in before the Industrial Revolution. Reading was not like, for you to read was like you're a witch. Then
Epochs is E-P-O-Q-U-E.
No, C-H.
Epoch. Okay. Epoch.
Yeah. I mean, I know it has
E-P-O?
C-H.
That's it?
An epoch.
Oh, you're putting it in plural.
An epoch.
You said epochs.
The epochs, plural.
So it's plural.
Yeah.
So me I thought it was E-P-O-X.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Okay. That one is a new one.
We need
shall go in. Epochs is when you have discussed.
Epochs.
Yes, when the epochs hits you. But the tools that you use also change.
Yeah.
So definitely the way we communicate. Like texting used to be such a rude thing.
Yeah.
I remember, how do you text me?
Yeah.
Even some people like, how do you text? How do you text
Now
a
it's
breakup?
like, why are you calling me?
Yeah.
Now why are you
what's
calling
wrong?
me? The phone
I know.
ringing is like the fourth most annoying thing your phone does.
Yeah.
It's like if someone's like, I'm tired, but you're seeing them online checking for things.
Yeah.
So it changes the things that are the norms. So perhaps our standpoint is we're still speaking from what we thought was the average, but in a few years people will watch this episode and be like, nah, why were they talking about that thing?
Yeah.
My AI agent is the one that's speaking to someone else, because there are times in customer service, two businesses can be speaking to each other, but it's the two AI agents that are speaking to each other. Just like on WhatsApp, you can send me a message and I have my, what is it called? The predictive text. Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good. And I send that. At that point, my phone is talking to you. But we're still communicating.
Yeah.
But we don't have the language for it.
Yeah.
So I think there's still a point in you trying to do something. Sometimes, like learning how to do art. Like I see guys doing posters. There are posters for Ginger. And you can really see this guy just went into Mid-Journey, put in something and then reproduced art. Yet artists who are saying we've not been paid for our creativity because that's our creativity that's being used.
Yeah.
But for us, we're looking at it as functional. It's easy for me. So there's a sort of, what we end up losing are the artists.
Yeah.
Just like in music now, you have very big artists and very few people who are actually doing music that are mid-tier.
Yeah.
So I think it has an effect on culture. And this is where my old man comes in. Just because the tool is there, sometimes you want the harder tool because the struggle is going to make you be more creative in a creative field. But if it's about achieving something else, people who are born rich, for instance, they have technically had the easy way out.
Yeah.
Or if I have connections somewhere, should I now go? No, I'm not going to use those connections to get. Please, you use the connections that you have to get where you have to go because someone else will use it. So my feeling is don't make yourself struggle just to struggle.
I want to speak to something you said on, like, so this is my thought process, and I think it's scientifically backed.
Oh.
That while we do use, contrary to popular belief, while we do use 100% of our brain, but it's not always, we have dominance.
Not everything is firing
Not
all the
everything
time.
is firing all the time. And I feel that if you put your concentration, and again, your brain cannot concentrate on everything at the same time.
Yeah.
So I feel like these AI tools and things that make our lives easier give us permission to use parts of our brain that we were not using before because we had to use certain parts of our brain to do pedestrian things.
The mundane work.
The mundane work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to keep phone contacts in my head.
Yeah.
But now I can do something else because I can use that other part of my brain. It's now
It's freed up space.
It's freed up space.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thought process.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you guys, again, because I have a child who's a Gen
teenager.
Z. I'm in close contact
With Gen Zs
Gen
and how they,
Zs and how they think. And they think differently. That's why we fight them.
Yeah.
Because they think different. They're thinking different because they are using other parts of our brain that we were not allowed to use.
Yeah.
So we find it foreign. And what does the body do when it finds something foreign? To
Resists.
survive,
Yeah.
it resists.
Yeah.
Resist
It
change.
fights. It makes up many reasons why you should not.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to find out,
How do I adapt?
how do I adapt? What problem is this solving? And for me, I think that AI tools actually solve the inefficient problem.
Give me examples of like Teja and the way they think differently, and give me something that has shocked you.
So I always like to give the most basic one in
Yeah.
the world. Most basic.
Yeah.
And I used to think this was like a gender issue, but maybe not. The most basic one being, why do I have to lay my bed as soon as I get up in the morning?
Yeah, why?
Why? Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? I'm asking.
It organizes your head.
How?
For me, an
Why does it
organized
have to
space.
be the first
Immediately.
thing you do
It's not that
in
fast.
the morning?
It's not.
It's how we were trained.
Yeah.
It's how we were trained. In my son's head, no. When I get up, I go, take a shower, I stretch. Actually, he goes and gets vitamin D.
Yeah. Outside,
Sounds
it's just
fun,
sitting.
right?
Yeah.
Goes
Oh,
brushes
my
his
mom
teeth,
some slaps already.
showers.
You're out here.
Actually, he didn't brush his teeth. He also asked me, why do you brush your teeth yet you're going to go and eat
Yeah, breakfast.
breakfast and then come back and brush
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
I don't have answers to some of these questions because I was raised in routine.
Yeah.
So my brain space, there's a part of my brain that is stores routine.
Now
and
automatic.
structure.
Yeah.
It's automatic. I don't have answers. But if you oppose it, I can find them.
Yeah.
If you give
Because
me
you
a
don't want to
different
change.
But you didn't really
because
come with
I
those,
don't-
yeah.
I was
You didn't use those reasons to
Yeah.
start doing
I
the
didn't
thing.
use those reasons to start doing the thing. I'm just trying to find out why. My son first has breakfast, first relaxes,
Then
Then
you
some
know,
vitamin D.
and lays his bed.
Yeah.
After doing
Like he thinks through the things. It
the
is
bed
not
will
just,
be
yeah.
laid. So what are you looking for? You'd ask me, is it the result? Why do you want me to do it at that time
Yo.
you want to? What is the reasoning
Yeah.
behind it? Like, there's got to be a reason for things in
Yeah.
his brain, in
Yeah.
his mind.
Yeah.
And why the reason I'm not able to come up with reasons is because even me, it was just put in my head
Yeah.
what I should do.
Yeah.
And why it also organizes me. Now when I don't lay my bed, my day can't start.
Yeah.
Because literally, it was military training.
Yes.
So it's ingrained
There's
in
some
my
order
head
you
that
have.
if it's a set order,
Yeah.
if I don't lay my bed, nothing can work.
Yeah.
I'm just disorganized.
Yeah.
But for him, he does things that he's supposed to do. First of all, Mom, I need nourishment. I've gone some few hours without eating.
Time to
So
break the
some
fast.
food.
It's time to break my fast.
Yeah.
I have to eat.
Yeah.
You're making me work.
Yeah.
Let's have work
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
eating.
No, but
So that's
guys,
one of the things. But for me, it's really about, actually, to what you were saying. I honestly believe that there is power in combining effort and support.
agreed.
Actually, there is
There
a
must
study.
be effort.
I think it's American Psychological Association 2023.
Tell them.
That says that people who combine both effort and easy tools like AI and these other Ozempic things,
Yeah.
think networking, actually have shown sustained long-term results.
Yeah.
The problem is that we enter the things, they bring
Either
it,
or.
they ask a question, then you say,
Before thinking.
before you don't think,
Yeah.
you
Copy
just
paste.
put in the thing,
Yeah.
and then the results come.
Then you also
Those
don't
are-
think
those
through
are
the
not-
result.
Then you also don't think through the result. You now copy the result and paste it where they've told you to paste
Yeah.
it. I think that's where the problem is. It is in the usage of it. And I feel like, now let me tell you one truth. My son, when he does me wrong, he passes his apology. He writes an apology and filters it through ChatGPT.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how can I make it?
And he prompts it.
Yeah.
I want it to be.
My mom
I
is
am
that
a
kind-
child,
yeah.
embody
Yeah.
as a parent
Yeah.
to a 16-year-old child. That child has done A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
My mother is 40 years old.
Yes.
How can I speak to my mother as a 16-year-old?
Yeah.
In fact, let me link
And
up.
let her listen
A
and
YouTube of
understand where I'm coming from.
Then you see that thing
She's
and
an
you
avoidant.
cry. You wait. You're
I've
like,
loved
"Oh,
you forever."
This is exactly what I needed.
I know you're going through a lot of pressures.
Yeah.
I know you love
And I
me.
have seen the growth. I saw it initially, but I've seen him learn how to prompt.
How to personalize and how
I
to.
saw it initially when
Yeah.
that he would just take it through. And I was like, this is ChatGPT. What's wrong with this idiot?
Yeah.
He's so silly. My son would even, like his lists for
Yeah.
school.
Yes. Yeah.
I have to think about what he
Yeah.
needs. He says,
My
I
market
go
is-
to St. Mary's College to, I need a list for what I need for school.
You're lying.
Yeah. But now I can see there's a thought process. It's no longer Steve Jobs and Bill Gates
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
I see him coming out
Yeah.
in the tool.
Yeah.
So I can see now he's doing the work.
Maybe the effort
plus
he's putting in.
two.
He's combining the effort
Yeah.
and the support tool.
Yeah.
And I think that is the winning portion
Yeah. Yeah.
for efficient and sustainable
Yeah.
results.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I'm just like, guys, why not?
It is what it is.
But there's something I want us to tackle, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
And when you said it,
Okay.
yes, tackle.
Okay.
When you did you hear what Joel said? Joel said, yeah, but put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
We're not going to refuse to use our connections, yet they are there. I want us to take it to gender. When a woman is trying to use what she's got to get ahead, why we term that
Is that the
as
easy way
lazy?
out?
That's the easy way out.
She's combining
And
effort
yet, she's combining effort
plus support.
plus support.
And it's
let me
sustainable.
tell you, let me
Who
tell
run
you.
the world?
Yes,
Girls,
girls,
who run the
girls.
world?
Yeah.
Of course.
And let's remove.
Joel's word, girls.
Let us remove the person who is just blindly, okay, they are just pretty, okay,
Yeah.
let's say, or they are just female.
Yeah.
And they know that they can use the fact that they are female to get what they want.
Yeah.
Let's leave that person alone. Let's look at the person who sees that I can do that work, but I have to prove myself 10 times more
To get there.
to get there.
Yeah.
And yet, I can
I
just
could do
go
this and get there.
flat.
Absolutely.
I can do the work. Let's ignore the ones who can't. Who can't? Let's leave those ones out.
But I have to get in the room. I have to
I
get
have
there.
to get a way to get in the room. And then everyone after that says, that one.
Yeah.
She used her looks. Oh, she used her, the man, maybe she's sleeping with her boss. But when a man decides to go to the golf course, he knows that's the easy way out, but that one they say is smart. He's strategic.
Of course.
Because he's leveraged on his network
Speak
and
on
his
it.
connections.
Speak on
There
it.
are 10 Joels.
Speak on it.
There are 10. Again, we are removing the one who can't do anything.
Yeah.
They can all achieve the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
What's the
But
differentiator?
Joel has decided, I'm not going to go and hustle.
Yeah.
I have this.
Now
I
go and
can
laugh
leverage
with
my
these
opportunity.
guys.
So me, I'm just wondering. Why
So
is it
Pumla,
that
I
when
want to
a woman
understand. I want to understand
uses
the
hard network.
what
I have an
network.
answer from the men.
So for you, what is it? Is it flirting? Is it banging? Is it
Anything, it doesn't
whichever?
matter, whichever.
Banging.
But it doesn't matter. That's a moral
Yeah.
compass. That one
Yes,
now is.
yes,
I don't care.
yes, yeah.
I don't care.
But as long as you're
I don't care.
using your
What
physical
you have,
things, what
he
you have.
said, use what you have
Yeah.
to get to where
For
you
me-
are.
Can I throw a
If
question?
you can actually deliver.
Meanwhile, if you can,
Yeah.
Why do we
if you can
care?
slip your way into the
Why do we
boardroom,
care?
Can I throw a
you're
question
powerful
to
person.
that scenario?
Yeah.
Which gender do you think would have an issue with women using that side
Women.
to get things out?
Women
No, if
would
it's
be
a
the
man who
ones.
is passing, if it's a woman taking a man's job, it's a man who's having a problem. Women are just gossiping about it.
No, I'm talking about, let me say,
Women
like,
are just gossiping about
Pumla,
it.
say that again. Say that again.
Men
Ifa.
are saying that I should have had that job.
okay.
Women are just gossiping and trashing us.
Yeah.
They're trashing each
So
other.
you're saying
Yeah.
a man, if
But a
he's
man
close
is
to the
saying,
opportunity.
Okay.
It is close to the opportunity.
Yeah,
You're the
I would
same.
agree with that.
You're the same.
Yeah,
You can both get,
true.
but the
Yeah.
woman decides to leverage on what she has.
Yeah.
The man is obviously saying she took my job. And even, let me tell you, even if it is a woman, even if it's a woman who's interviewing, I've seen this in the bank. I've seen men who have been in the short list saying that affirmative action.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
just
yeah.
got it
Yeah, I've
because-
seen that as
and
well.
it can be true.
Yeah.
It can be true or
Yeah.
it cannot be true.
Yeah.
But they are quick to say, yes, I'm a woman. I'm sorry. I was less privileged. I'm vulnerable. I'm using the fact that I'm a woman
Yeah.
to use what I have. And yes, I know you're deserving of the job. I know you are, but I can deliver what you can
So
deliver.
Pumla, let me. So for me on that one,
I think it's a
the
double
problem.
standard.
Yeah,
I think
no,
largely
on
it
that
comes-
one,
it's a
it's
double
that-
standard. Because largely, because women, I know the women who say they don't like that is because they'll say, when you look at me now,
Us,
you're
who
going
don't
to
like that.
think that I also
What
got
will we
there.
say?
That I also got there because of my looks. I've had women who
I
say
hear
that
you.
you're reflecting
I
that
hear
on
you.
me.
I hear you.
But I think I've never looked
Yeah,
at
but
someone
what's the
and said,
problem? How come men don't say that I used my I feel like you're using your connections. Even me, people are going to say I used my connections.
because
So for me,
men
I-
have this. Okay, men have this thing that anything that we do is being smart. We call whatever we utilize as smart, and because there isn't much pushback, you don't feel resistance to the fact that, hey, like when I went for my interview, I knew if I wore a suit, if I presented myself a certain way, I will look like an executive. And it matters. You have to appear in the way you shake the hand, the way you speak. I've told you before, you have interviews and someone comes in, he's brilliant, but does not have that aura. He's not going to get the job.
Yeah.
And that thing is not something that they're going to
Apart
put on a
from,
woman.
apart from Pumla's workmate who came from the village on a bicycle.
He came
That
with
is
the
the
aura.
highlight of my entire time on PPJ. I'll never forget that.
But he had to
Yeah.
struggle
Yeah.
50
No, but
times
Pumla, my
to get
opinion on that is
Yeah.
that for me,
Yeah.
I generally have an issue with anything that gives unfair advantage. Unfair advantage. I feel that, and I think that.
fair
So for
advantage?
fair advantages, for example, there's a if I have a connection, let's say in Dhaka Bank, right? I am the daughter of. I have a connection in Dhaka Bank, and let's say I am connected to someone big in Dhaka
Biggest
Bank.
taxpayer.
Yeah.
What that connection should give me is the ability to do an interview alongside other people.
Sure.
Right? All that
Not?
interview. No, for me.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
what
okay.
I agree with.
Get you in the room.
I think that it should get me into the room and then I should be allowed to defend myself. I don't agree with me getting that job anyway. Like we are sitting, but we all know that Primah is not going to get that job anyway because she's this one's relative. I honestly think that
I get you.
all it should do is open for me that door. So I have an issue with, so for example, I think that networking is open to all of us, right? Your networking might be the golf club, the woman's networking might be, I don't know.
The other club.
What do
The other
what do
club, the
women
other
Which
club.
one?
what do women do?
Even
is
that one
not-
we can do.
Yeah,
But
we can do both.
Let's talk about the other one
the female
that we
version.
have a privilege.
No, I'm saying the female version of like, what's
I
the
tell you,
female
if men
version?
have the chance to do that other
No,
version.
what's the female version of golf? What do women do? And we are all saying we are all going for that thing.
a spa.
I think it will only
Maybe
come up
certain
as
things,
women
like
in
let's
power
say,
start
no,
to-
but there are ways in which women network. We have to,
Yeah,
we cannot say, yeah, there are ways in which, so you should be able to network with golf. There are ways in which women should be able to network with golf. And what networking is that I hope that it will give me the ability to compete fairly.
I'm like you. Basically, what you're
understand?
saying is
No,
I'm like
yeah,
you.
no,
and
so
so-
for me-
But the world is
Already
already.
that's
Pumla,
an unfair
no,
advantage
to
because,
come- yeah, because-
not everybody has that skill.
Yeah.
You see, Primah, the reason you speak like that
Yeah.
is because
Yeah.
for you, you know, when you put
I
in
tell you,
the
very
effort,
personable.
it is going to show.
Yeah.
There are people for whom you see what he's saying? Maybe they don't have that suit.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have that aura.
Yeah.
Like,
For them, they're good on the technical. Me, I know I can.
Me, I know for a fact that there are people who are much more technically skilled than I am, but I know that
you have
I have an aura.
Yeah.
That when I enter and I speak, they are taking me.
Yeah.
It's an advantage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to always leverage on my advantage. So I can understand why this other person will say that person has an advantage. Yeah. Let me look for mine. I feel like everybody can leverage on whatever the advantage that they have.
Now for
and
me,
in the world we're in now, everyone has
with
to
the
get...
advantage that you're giving, there are certain things I feel that give an unfair advantage.
Like what?
That unfair advantage is sleeping with a boss.
No,
or playing your...
We've eliminated.
No, that you can do it because you are saying that they are playing their own, like you can do the work, but you're like,
okay, but
leverage.
you see, the problem with sleeping with a boss, which for me I feel, is that it's not sustainable. It means that you always be on the... So that's one is different.
You will rise to the level of your incompetence.
Yeah.
Flat-flatting?
Why not? That's
always.
Networking.
All the time.
I think you're speaking in a manner of this is the way the world should be.
Yeah.
But if you look at the way the world is, first of all, we're all competing to get
You're
somewhere.
like,
hi, how are you? And then if I know that's going to get me the job.
Maybe me, I call it networking.
That's
If we put it out of like, let me say like the corporate world and it's, service providers,
okay.
you have like a printing press, landscape. Like ordinarily, if I was a guy and I have like a landscaping business and I came to Joe, hey Joe, I've been doing this for 10 years, did this for so and so and so and so, we can do the job. Like that's all I need to do. But the lady, let me say Zaidi, has the same business. It has to be like, oh Joe, can we take you out for a drink? Can we do what? So you meet him there. He's like, so Joe will be like, okay, to have these people in my life, like of course there's slight flirting, we're not going to do anything, but it's like they are good company. Let me just give them the business to see how it goes. And weirdly, most small businesses
what they do.
In Kampala have grown, and they have grown and they're employing people 10, 20, 30, because the boss, who is a lady, flattered, not had sex or like gave themselves up. But they flattered because you realize like that's the only thing you can.
We need negotiations led by women. Because it's like when women lead negotiations, it's generally, it's like things are moving, things are smooth.
It's because, you know, you're saying about women going to network or to go to the what golf is for women. The issue is if women meet as women, they're not the ones who have the opportunities. Yeah. They still have to go to the man because it's the men who have all the what. So women networking by themselves is not even enough. Yeah. Because eventually you have to go to the guys who are attending golf.
There's going to be a guy.
Because the guy who
there's most likely going to be a
they're the ones
guy.
with power. So even if you network 1,000 times, nothing is going to work.
We are going to stay at that level that we are at. We are trying to break through ceilings.
Yeah, so kindly but urgently.
The custodians of the ceilings are men.
Yeah, so let us
power. So let us flat. You guys leverage what you have.
See how Delilah took down Samson and they made it seem like she was some kind of evil temptress. Yeah. That guy fought so many people, tens of thousands of men tried to beat him. They failed. They said, "Do you go and romance him?" She finished him completely, and he allowed. But because men wrote that story, they're like, "She's evil, she's feminist." But that's all you have to use. If you're put in the marketplace where they're not going to rate you. I told you there are times I've entered with my boss who's a lady, and they think I'm the boss. It has happened before, just because they will expect you're the one. Now, if she has to do the things she has to do to command that respect in the room, how am I going to start saying, now that's unfair because I can't do it? No. Is the world fair?
No, okay. No. No, although still.
No,
I know what you mean. You're speaking in the ideal world, of course, maybe everyone should be fair.
No, she's speaking in the world of privilege where she's smart and she's clever and her effort has got her to where she is.
She was in school and she's worked hard and whatnot, but in the world, a student.
Also, most of the people who have a problem with this thing are the ones who are gifted in the struggle. Yeah. If you're gifted in smarts,
you're saying let's go fair because you know you're going to win.
Because you know you're going to win. You think the world is fair in a
fight
place
me one
where
on one because I can beat you one on
the
one.
advantage you have is the one that's thriving. You forget that there are people for whom the advantage.
Okay,
fine.
And this is my last question. This whole because I think Joel touched on it about the end. You know, and even Pumla, that's how we said you were like, man, the end justifies that. Means like it's whatever you're doing, even when you're. And now we're talking about sustainability.
ESG.
So now my question is the process. You get aren't you taking out, because even you who is
Taking out
leveraging,
what?
aren't you taking out the process? Because even you who is
What
like,
is the process?
The process is, for example, Ozempic. If you're doing
Okay.
Ozempic, you've taken out the discipline of hard work and of what you become as you learn to work out, as you forget, as you try to reduce how you eat,
We
as
have
you
already combined.
Yeah,
That's why in my
There's abuse
example,
and use.
Yeah.
I said, let us remove the ones who cannot deliver.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
no effort.
Yeah.
You're only you're leveraging on what you
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
all of this
okay,
kind of- So
okay.
I'm really on the person who is putting in the effort, but is seeing that it's going to take me 10 times more. Let me learn this effort part. I know it. I've grasped it.
Yeah.
Let me seek support from something
What's
else
this
to add
AI?
on
Use
to.
AI.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
the support I'm saying. Use AI.
Okay,
Yeah, oh,
AI
yeah,
support.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Like Serena, of all
AI
people, I mean,
support.
she's been an athlete for how long? Like, if anyone has tried,
Yeah.
she has. So for her, she's an example of like, there's nothing you
Yeah.
can say about
Yeah.
it. But what she wanted was the outcome of,
Yeah.
I want
The
to
result
look
and she
this
wasn't.
way, and it's not coming through.
Yeah.
So why not? If it was about, I want to be healthy, and how to do it and maybe build discipline, that's different.
Yeah.
Because there, your goal is to be this kind of person.
You have to do
That's
that
what I'm
work.
saying.
Already
So
did
if
the
that's your, she's
discipline
already been
work.
doing it.
As an athlete,
A world, yeah,
champion,
yeah.
she's already done the work.
Yeah.
So we might be assuming
And I
that
feel
people
like
want
where
what we
I
want.
feel like also in that thing of putting her on a pedestal and telling her she has a responsibility, I feel like we are judging her by this one small thing. She has been the epitome
Yes.
of excellence,
Excellence for
of
years.
discipline,
In the public
of
eye for
hard
20
work,
years,
of effort.
Yeah.
And now we are literally cancelling all that
Because
for
of
one
one
small
thing.
decision
Yeah.
that she is making.
Yeah.
She's also a symbol of someone who came out of
She's
the
done her
projects
part.
she worked
Actually, I have
hard.
even cancelled.
She
Now I don't
sacrificed.
understand that part. She has done the
And
work.
it's- and it's-
She
like, I
has
know I've
done.
cancelled
Actually,
everything.
I've cancelled everything. If anything, she is the epitome
Yeah.
of that great package.
Yeah.
I
Of
did
effort and-
20 years.
Yeah.
Of perfection,
Effort.
of effort. I did the work.
Yeah.
And that's what I have shown you all this time.
Yeah.
And I'm showing you that seeking support is not weakness.
Yeah.
It's strategic. Because
We've gotten a new
I
spokesperson.
did the work.
Hey, Ozempic banange tuweko
We are ready.
Tumasamane we are here. We shall do it. We shall do the work.
No,
Yeah.
now I'm on her
Ignore
side
the
entirely.
pressure.
I was on the fence, but now I'm on her side.
You've been pushed
I
over.
just
yeah.
I just thought about men who break through in the fashion industry
Go on.
and how they have to
Come on. So, no.
No one can
you have
see
to
you.
you have to lose the masculinity,
masculinity.
a little bit
Okay.
because that field
Okay.
is majorly like run by women. Women spend the most of money on clothes and stuff. So if I'm a designer and I'm a man, my macho-ness is not going to work. I have to be like, girl, yeah, this is women. They are the ones.
Well,
If you look at
see,
the most,
Alan.
You're too good at it, by the way.
I'm an
Hey,
artist.
You've done it really well, by the
I
way.
know.
And the
eh.
beauty is
All
they
is
can't
fair.
see what I'm doing. And they
Let
don't
me
know
show
me.
you guys what he's doing.
So,
But now 100 times better than me.
All right, guys. Final words? Final anything?
Put in the effort, but use the tools at your disposal. Whatever you're good at, do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree.
Yeah.
So don't play a game that you don't think you can win. What Primah was saying in terms of it's fair, the things which we look at in the world and say you ought to do it this way were laid by people for whom that's a way in which it might work. But if you need to get resources, if you need to get something, whatever is at your disposal, just don't harm people. As long as you're not harming people
Or
in any
yourself.
undue
Or
way,
yourself.
or
Or
yourself,
More important,
please
yourself.
use your wisdom. Like Pumla says, I'm talking to sensible people. Utilize.
If you are not supposed to talk to Primah or Alan, I'll never forget that guy was like, Alan, what did we do?
Yeah, they gave it to us.
Yeah. Okay, Pumla, anything final?
Yeah, mine is, I think just
Use Ozempic.
don't follow blindly. Make an informed decision and be honest with yourself. Is this thing for me? Is it what I want? And not, it's a trend, so
Yeah.
let me follow.
Yeah.
Because there's also that we have a problem of trend. Is it safe? Is it sustainable? Is it ethical?
Right for you.
Yeah.
For example, we may be saying that the end is the result, and then people who want to cheat in exams are encouraged that at the end of the day, we are getting
Yeah.
what we're looking for, 100%.
You're cheating, you are said.
But you're cheating. That's not ethical.
Yeah.
So is it ethical? Is it in... But for me, it's just whatever. All these shortcuts, I think they serve a purpose
Yeah.
in our ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's just up to us to be able to use them to seek guidance on how to use them. And I think that people who are misusing these things are us who are not born in that world.
That's true.
Us who are born in struggle, and now we're looking at these things of, oh, this is free change.
Yeah.
Let me use.
Yeah.
And I swear to you that the children who are being born and raised in this digital era are using them much more responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alan Lee?
In the creative world, they say
Otio.
there is nothing new you're going to invent with your thinking.
Nothing new under
Just
the sun.
reinvent.
Yeah, you literally, what you think about and you think is an amazing idea, trust me.
1,000 people have thought about it.
We
Other people have,
Newness ended in fire
Yeah.
and
And
the
light
aeroplane
and
and
yeah.
light. All those things ended a long time.
When you read those old guys, even me, I could have thought of that. Okay, I am that I am. Thanks.
yeah.
All right, I think therefore I am.
Yeah, so time is a resource. So anything that can help you save time,
Yeah.
always go ahead with that. And work harder, but also smarter. Let the smartness and the hard work.
Hand in
Oh,
hand.
I see you
Go.
struggling with your 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
And
You are not
go.
remove work
Mama, you were
hard.
dialectic.
Yeah.
It's fine.
My,
You're having the.
you know, talking about your mottos, I kept quiet about mine, but
Yeah,
ours
tell us
was
yours.
prayer and toil.
That was the motto of your school.
That's the-
Pray and toil.
Oh my God.
Pray
The struggle
and toil.
continues. Prayer and
Oh
toil.
my God.
Wow.
It was an all boys school.
No. Even
They were telling girls
even the
to
Was it
girls
a
were
Calvinist
toiling.
school? Was it a Christian
Toil.
school?
The Bible,
They
toiling
were-
is for
They are
boys
telling
and
all of
men.
them pray and
Yeah. Yeah.
pray and toil.
Yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
there was an
Carry your
example
cross.
of the head of scripture union who went to UNEB and spent the entire 2 hours praying for God to come and answer the exam. And of course, she handed in an empty
So
paper.
they say
so
no.
they always,
She did what? She had a
maybe she didn't exist, but they always gave us an example because it was like a Christian school. So like, as
There
long
was
as
just
prayer with
prayed.
no toiling.
but the head of scripture union went to UNEB and just prayed for God to write the exam in the 2 hours.
she didn't do the exam.
She didn't do the exam.
So they decided
So-
the school motto is what? Pray and
Oh,
toil.
there's a verse in the Bible, prayer without action is...
It's faith.
Faith without
action is
works
dead.
is dead.
Oh, faith without action
Yeah.
is dead. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, work hard, do your best, but also work smarter. Try to find a way, easier ways of doing things.
Yeah.
They exist. It helps you spend more time with your children, spend more time with yourself, and to discover, deep
With
down
your
who
side
you are.
doors. Yeah. All the
Yeah.
people you care about.
So
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with all of you. I'm still big on the discipline. I'm still big on the process.
Yeah, yeah.
of course,
I'm still big in who you
I hear you.
become as you get to the end, right?
Say that again.
I'm still
That's a
big on
good
who you
point.
become
That's a
as
good
in
point.
the process, who you become in
hear
the
that.
process.
I hear
And so I think that yes, the tools are here to help you, but I think that it's important for you to become as you're getting there. So
What kind of person you want to become?
what person, that's why for me, I think that yes, for example, tools like GLP-1 are great, and I've never had to use it, so I might also be speaking from privilege. And I think you were saying that, like, I
saw
had
the
to, like, I've
benefits of your hard
struggled.
work.
I struggled, but there are people. This
The
one
problem
never.
is that we didn't show the other picture.
Yes.
But if she was
You had
that
it.
picture
I
now,
was. Would I use it? No.
for
I
this
don't-
episode, you
don't
should
think
let
so.
us use that picture because it's in theme.
No, I think let's
yeah.
not.
And what I mean
I
by
think
I've never had
they'll
to
change
yeah,
the way they look
yeah.
at, because even me, I'm struggling to come back to look at
Yeah.
it.
No, but people are the problem. The problem for me when I say I've never had to use it, my weight is not hormonal. My weight is food.
Okay.
People whose weight is hormonal.
No matter how much hard work they
no
put
matter
in.
how much hard work. Me, if I put in
Okay.
hard work, I will lose. That's
Okay.
what I mean.
And
So
it's
for
been
me-
shown.
And
We've
it's shown.
seen
Like I
the
put in hard work,
results.
and then you understand. So I might be speaking from there are times you
Again,
must
because
from
if
privilege.
they make this the level playing field,
Yeah.
you will win.
That
That is why you speak from that point of
But
view.
I still think that whichever way it is, because like you keep saying, whichever way it is, I think that it is it's really, really important for you to become a certain thing, for you to gain the resilience, the discipline, for you to become more creative, for you to leverage the brain that Joel was talking about in creativity. For you, even as we're using ChatGPT, can you still think the way you used to think? Can you still be creative the way you used to create? So for me, that's whilst you use the tools, guard that safe space, guard the uniqueness you have as a person.
Sometimes the point is doing the work.
Yeah. So
But there was a time I was looking around for a drug that can help me like reduce the gut.
A drug.
Yeah. But weirdly, everywhere I went, they're like, just take this, it will work. So I just take and it works. No, you have to work out. So everywhere I went, they were like, this works, but you still have to work out. So this works, but you still have to work out.
Yeah.
So regardless, because even the thing you're injecting,
Yeah.
because it's like taking away like the metabolism rate and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So you're still going to do some work
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah.
So, the end of the day, you
Someone
have
who
to-
did that lap band thing. that
What's
guy,
lap band?
What?
They
Gastric.
like the gastric,
Yeah.
I think. And the doctor had said to them, no, you first lose.
Oh, yeah.
First
I know
put in this
somebody
effort
else
to
like
get
that as
here,
well.
and then after you've done that for like a few months, then I'll put this there, because then you combine the two.
Yeah.
And when he asked the doctor why, he said there are people who have done it for, and even after they've gotten to the point where they've done the lap band, because they eat, it's almost like a habit. They eat when they're anxious or nervous.
So even
they
if-
still got back to where they were going to get when they're like, you don't want to get into that place, because you will even now say, I even went and did the surgery, and it failed. And then their conclusion is, there's something wrong with me.
So it's always the inner work, yeah.
So it's like about what's the reason, what's the thing that's motivating you? And I think the reason they were saying that stuff of talk to a medical professional is, I'm going to put a kalango on what the theory right now. We're talking to Dr. Chan, who's a master's student in psychology, and she's studying addiction and substance
Oh, yeah,
use.
yeah, yeah. But you're
And
using
one
a
of the
different
things,
name.
Chan,
Innocent.
Dr. Chan
Innocent.
Innocent, yes.
That's the name.
And one of the things that she's figuring out is the human experience is you will use all kinds of things to get to a certain goal. The question is, what habits are you forming as you're getting there? Because even taking drugs can become a habit. Like in the Western world right now, I'm feeling sad, you start popping pills. So now that quickness of you getting your dopamine release comes from popping the pill versus, let me do a workout.
Yeah.
So I agree with you in terms of sometimes you're like, I don't think you should get hooked on this thing, because it's not going to make you the kind of person when that thing is not there, that you'll be okay. And the addiction may have some other side effects, like we've read about Ozempic, but that's a discussion for another day.
But Primah took us far to Serena. But
You were like,
but
she
in
would have used
Uganda-
herself.
No.
Uh-huh.
We have influencers
Oh, yeah, we have
here in
many.
Uganda
Yeah.
also who
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
speaking openly about
Yeah.
their shortcuts to weight loss.
Yeah.
And they are
I think it's
public
good.
facing and public engaging as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice to share a story that is close to home.
Kindly but urgently go ahead and share it.
Kindly,
When
but
you have the joy-
It's
when
not
you
my
have-
responsibility
Yeah.
to share other people's stories,
Yeah.
but I'm sure
You can
people who
find
watch
it.
PPJ
Yeah.
have access to those stories and they know who we are talking about,
Yeah.
the people we are talking about. I think in Uganda and Kenya, I'm seeing a few
Kenya
people
is
coming up.
crazy.
And I'm sure we got it from Kenya.
Yeah.
Because it became accessible to Kenya, so demand also, people started seeing that, hey,
Yeah.
it's here near us.
Yeah.
And then and I think for the people that I have seen who have used
They look
this
great.
shortcut, they really do look
They
great.
look great.
And I think it's also done a lot for their self-esteem.
Now for me, imagine I'm only worried about, because of how my brain thinks,
Yeah.
and because it's not just, it's them that we're seeing, but once it reaches your influencer, just know it's crazy in the West, everyone is using it.
Yeah.
I'm like 10 years down the road. Like I'm waiting for 10 years to see the actual side effects. I don't think we can see
yeah,
that
yeah,
side.
you're right, you're right.
But you
I
don't
think
yet know
you're
what
right.
the
Yeah, I
long-term
don't-
effects
we don't
are
know,
going
We
to
don't
be.
know. We can only wait and see.
Yeah.
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 Do you know the episode when we were talking about weight? And someone said to me that they always say to her, love yourself at whatever weight. And she said, I really hate when people say that.
Why?
Because you can't just pull within yourself, I love myself. If everyone is laughing at you, like her experience was,
Yeah.
as I was young, people were always like,
Oh, she's
look
a
at
bigger
that."
person?
Yeah.
She's
So
a
she's
bigger
like,
girl.
yeah. So she's like, I also need something to feel me, to feel like the outside world is affirming the thing that I believe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to be a psychopath. So I can understand
The self-esteem that comes
yeah,
from-
that pressure of, if I've never had to deal with something, it's very hard for me to say, just get over it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that stigma feels like. I don't know what it feels like to live in that body, to operate in that space. So it's very hard for me to judge and say,
Yeah,
okay, that person is
I
going to
agree.
use that method. How? I'm not carrying that cross.
I agree. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on another episode of PPJ.
Hey! We're going on a hiatus.
Are we?
No, you'll see us next in what? November? October? We're doing one in October.
When they see
This is
it.
the October one.
This is October.
We'll do one in November, guys.
Yeah.
3 more
Of
episodes.
course.
So until next time, we are
P.
P.
J.
Hey.